Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've probably heard some buzz about the Cleveland Browns and their young quarterback, Shedeur. And let me tell you, it's been a roller coaster. Shedeur, who's new to the league and still trying to find his footing, had his third start in the NFL recently, and despite what some might have expected, he didn't exactly light up the scoreboard. The Browns managed to grab a win against a tough opponent, the 49ers, with a final score of 24-10, but it wasn't exactly a smooth ride for Sanders. He completed 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards, threw a pick, and managed to get a touchdown on the board. That's not bad, but it's clear he's still feeling out the NFL game, still adjusting to the speed, the pressure, the whole new level. What's really been catching the attention of Browns fans is Shedeur's relationship with the team. You see, he's been something of an underdog from the start. Drafted in the 5th round, 144th overall, many pundits predicted he'd go much higher, especially given his talent and the hype surrounding him. But instead, he slid down the draft board, and there's been plenty of speculation about why that happened. Some folks even accused the Raiders, who had multiple chances to pick him before Cleveland, of passing on Shedeur intentionally. Why? Well, there's been talk about Tom Brady, the legendary quarterback and Shedeur's mentor, allegedly influencing teams to pass on Shedeur. These rumors started swirling after Skip Bayless and other analysts brought up the strange timing of Shedeur's draft slide. The Raiders had 7 chances to take him before Cleveland finally picked him up in the 5th round, and many believed that a certain insider information from Brady might have swayed teams away. It's no secret that Brady and Shedeur had a strong relationship during his high school and college days, with many expecting Brady to push for Shedeur's early selection in the draft. But instead, he fell, and some say that was no coincidence. Now I know what some of you are thinking. How could Tom Brady, a guy who's been a mentor to Shedeur, possibly have anything to do with this? Well, that's part of the controversy. Some suggest that Brady, who's always been known for his strategic mind and influence in the league, might have had reasons to keep Shedeur's draft stock down. Whether that's true or not, it's a fascinating subplot in all of this. Because Browns fans were used to seeing stories about quarterbacks fighting for their place, overcoming doubts, and carving out their spot in the league. Shedeur is still very much in that process, and his recent start against the 49ers, despite its ups and downs, shows that Cleveland believes in his potential. But here's the thing, Shedeur himself admits he's not yet comfortable as the Browns' starting quarterback. During a recent press conference, he was pretty honest about it. He said, "I'm definitely not comfortable, though. That's the first and foremost thing I have to work on, just going out there and doing my job." That level of honesty from a young guy who's still trying to make his way in the NFL. That's the kind of attitude Browns fans love to see. He knows he's got a lot to prove, and he's hungry to improve every week. You can tell he's got that chip on his shoulder, that desire to be better than he was yesterday, and to give the Browns a chance to win every game. And it's not just about his confidence or comfort level. Shedeur's journey in the league has been anything but typical. Drafted later than expected, overshadowed by doubts and whispers of sabotage, he's had to fight for respect. And let's be real, there's always going to be skepticism about young quarterbacks coming into the league, especially when they're perceived as being pushed or influenced by legendary players like Brady. But Shedeur's showing resilience. His performance against the 49ers, even with the mixed stats, proves he's got the toughness and the talent to hang with some of the best defenses in the league. The 49ers are a top-tier team, and even in a loss, Shedeur managed to push through and leave his mark on the game. Now I want to talk a bit about the Browns' overall season. It's been a bit of a roller coaster so far. We've seen flashes of brilliance from our defense, which is still among the best in the league, and some promising moments from our offensive line and skilled players. But the quarterback position, as always, remains a work in progress. Deshaun Watson has been battling injuries and inconsistency, and that's left the door open for younger guys like Shedeur to step in and show what they've got. Cleveland fans, you know we're a passionate bunch. We've seen our fair share of QB battles, and we're always rooting for the guy who can lead us to that elusive Super Bowl. Looking ahead, the Browns are facing some critical matchups. The next few weeks could define our season. If Shedeur can continue to develop, improve his decision-making, and gain confidence, he could become a real factor in our playoff push. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has been supportive but also demanding. They want him to grow, to learn from each game, and to eventually become the franchise quarterback we all hope he can be. It's a tough road, no doubt, but Browns fans know that we thrive on adversity, on overcoming the odds, and on believing in our young talent. And let's not forget about the division. The AFC North is as fierce as ever, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals fighting for supremacy. The Steelers are always lurking, ready to pounce. But a big part of the Browns' success this season hinges on how well our young quarterbacks perform, especially Shedeur Sanders. His journey is just beginning, and it's already been filled with drama, intrigue, and plenty of lessons learned. Every snap, every pass, every game is a step forward on this incredible journey. In terms of stats and expectations, Browns fans should keep their eyes on Shedeur's progress. His arm talent is undeniable, and his ability to make plays with his legs adds a new dimension to our offense. Still, consistency and decision-making are things he needs to sharpen. The potential is there, and with the right coaching and a bit of luck, he could turn into a cornerstone for Cleveland. The fan base is already rallying around him, eager to see how he develops and whether he can be the spark that propels us deep into the playoffs and hopefully to another Super Bowl appearance. Of course, it's important to remember that patience is key with young quarterbacks. Shedeur's story is still being written. For now, he's facing challenges, dealing with doubts, and trying to carve out his place in the NFL. But Browns fans, we've seen this kind of grit before. We've seen players rise from adversity, and we believe that Shedeur has what it takes to be a leader on this team. The road ahead will test him, but with each game, he's learning and growing. Our job is to support him, believe in him, and stay loud at the stadium. And speaking of the fans, I want to remind you all that the energy we bring to First Energy Stadium is crucial. The roar of the crowd, the chants, the unwavering support, that's what fuels our team. We've got a talented group, and with your passion behind them, Cleveland can be a fortress. The fans are the heartbeat of this franchise, and as Shedeur continues to develop, your cheers will be more important than ever. So, Browns fans, as we look to the future, let's stay optimistic. The season is still young, and there's a lot of football left to play. Shedeur Sanders might be still finding his rhythm, but his journey is just beginning, and it's already full of stories worth following. Whether he becomes the franchise QB we've been dreaming of or faces setbacks along the way, one thing is for sure, Cleveland is behind him. We believe in our team, in our city, and in the potential of every young player wearing the orange and brown. Now I want to switch gears a little and talk about what's coming up. The Browns have some key games ahead, and each one could be a turning point for us. The AFC North is as tough as ever, with the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all vying for supremacy. But Cleveland has a shot if our young guys step up, and if our veterans continue to lead by example. Shedeur's second start against the 49ers showed us glimpses of his potential, but there's still so much room to grow. He's got the arm talent, the work ethic, and the desire. Now it's about putting it all together on game day. And let's not forget the impact of the coaching staff. Kevin Stefanski, known for his offensive ingenuity and game management, will be crucial in helping Shedeur develop. The Browns have always been a team that emphasizes disciplined football, and that's exactly what Shedeur needs right now. Discipline, patience, and a little bit of that Browns grit. The key is consistency, and if he can keep improving, the sky's the limit. Looking back at the season so far, it's clear that the Browns are a team that refuses to quit. Our defense still stands tall, and our special teams have been reliable. But the offense, especially at the quarterback position, has seen some ups and downs. That's why this young guy Shedeur has a chance to be the spark. The fans are eager to see him grow, to see him take command of the huddle, and to see that confidence translate into wins. It's about patience, yes, but also about believing in the process and trusting that our coaching staff knows what they're doing. This season isn't just about wins and losses. It's about building something special. Browns fans have a history of resilience. We've been through tough times, but we always come back stronger. Shedeur's story is part of that ongoing narrative. He's a symbol of hope, of new beginnings, and of the relentless spirit that defines Cleveland football. No matter how rocky the road gets, we stand behind our team, ready to roar loud and proud. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Shedeur Sanders' journey so far? Do you believe he can be the long-term answer at quarterback? Are you excited about the future of this team? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions mean a lot to us, and they matter even more to the Browns. Remember, I'll be back with more updates, analysis, and all the latest news, so stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep that Browns pride alive. And don't forget, Browns faithful, every game is a new chapter. The season isn't over yet, and with each week, we've got a chance to prove that Cleveland football is back, stronger than ever. Keep supporting our young guns, keep the faith, and let's make some noise. The road to the playoffs is still wide open, and with Shedeur Sanders learning, growing, and fighting, the best is yet to come. Together, we can make this season one to remember. Cleveland Browns, let's go.